Imagine it's minus 40 degrees outside, no heating, no insulation, no sleeping bag, just you, the open steppe, and a wind that can kill an unprotected human in under an hour. This was the reality for ancient humans during the Ice Age. For thousands of years, they lived through winters so brutal that entire species of animals went extinct from the cold. And yet, ancient humans not only survived, they thrived. They built families, raised children, developed art and language and culture, all while living through conditions that would kill a modern human in days. How? The answer involves engineering, biology, psychology, and some methods so extreme they sound impossible. They engineered heat. From the inside out, modern humans stay warm by heating the space around them. We turn on a radiator, we wear a coat, we close a door. Ancient humans couldn't heat the space around them. The space around them was infinite frozen steppe. So they did something more sophisticated. They learned to generate and trap heat within their own bodies. The first method was fat, not body fat. Dietary fat. Ancient humans consumed enormous quantities of animal fat during winter months. Fat produces more heat per calorie than any other food. When you eat a high-fat meal in extreme cold, your body temperature rises noticeably within an hour. Ancient humans didn't know the chemistry, but they knew that eating fat kept them warmer, and they ate a lot of it. The second method was movement, controlled, deliberate movement, not running. That wastes energy. Slow, sustained physical work, carrying, building, processing animal hides. The body generates heat as a byproduct of muscle activity. Ancient humans kept their muscles working constantly during cold periods specifically to stay warm. The mammoth bone house here is where ancient engineering becomes genuinely shocking. In what is now Ukraine, Russia, and Eastern Europe, archaeologists have discovered the remains of houses built entirely from mammoth bones, not wooden frames, not stone. Mammoth bones, skulls, femurs, tusks, arranged into structural frameworks and covered with animal hides. Some of these structures used the bones of over 60 individual mammoths. They were engineered specifically for insulation, the thick hide covering trapped body heat inside while blocking the wind outside. Inside these houses, a small fire could maintain temperatures warm enough for survival, even when outside temperatures dropped to minus 30. The structure itself was the technology. They modified their own biology. Here's something that surprises modern researchers. Ancient humans who lived through generations of extreme cold actually changed physically. Studies of human remains from Ice Age populations show differences in body proportion, shorter limbs relative to torso, more compact body mass. These proportions reduce surface area and conserve heat. The body adapted over generations to the environment it lived in, but more remarkable is what happened metabolically. Ancient humans in extreme cold developed what researchers call non-shivering thermogenesis, the ability to generate body heat without shivering by activating brown fat tissue. This is the same mechanism that allows Arctic mammals to survive extreme cold. Ancient humans developed it too. Modern humans who live in heated environments have almost completely lost this ability, but studies of populations that regularly expose themselves to cold show it can be reactivated within weeks of regular cold exposure. The psychological trick that saved lives. Cold kills in a specific way. First, it slows thinking. Then it creates a false sense of warmth. Then it induces sleep. Then death. Ancient humans knew this. not scientifically, but experientially. They had watched people die from cold. They knew the signs, and they developed a social system specifically to prevent it. No one slept alone, ever. Ancient humans slept in tight groups, sharing body heat. The weakest members, children, the elderly, the sick, slept in the center, surrounded by others. Sleeping alone in cold weather was effectively a death sentence, and ancient tribes treated it that way. Someone always stayed awake. In every group during every night of extreme cold, at least one person maintained the fire and watched the others, not as a punishment, as a survival role. The firekeeper was as important as the hunter, and when someone started showing signs of cold, confusion, slurred speech, unusual drowsiness, the entire tribe responded immediately. Warming a cold person was a group emergency, not an individual problem. What cold did to the mind. Regular exposure to cold, not dangerous cold, but uncomfortable cold, sharpens mental focus. It releases norepinephrine in the brain, a compound that increases attention, energy, and mood. Ancient humans who lived in cold environments were chemically more alert and mentally focused than those in warm ones. This is why modern cold exposure research, ice baths, cold showers, winter swimming, consistently finds improvements in mood, focus, and resilience. Ancient humans got these effects every single day. It wasn't a wellness trend, it was just Tuesday. What we lost, and what we can reclaim. When humans discovered how to heat enclosed spaces reliably, we stopped needing these adaptations, and slowly, over generations, we lost them. The biological machinery for cold adaptation didn't disappear. It went dormant, waiting. Modern humans are extraordinarily sensitive to cold compared to our ancestors. What ancient humans experienced as uncomfortable but manageable, temperatures that required preparation but not panic, modern humans experience as dangerous emergencies. We traded resilience for comfort, and in most ways, that was the right trade. But something was lost. A capacity for endurance, a relationship with discomfort that made ancient humans psychologically tougher than almost anyone alive today. The good news: that capacity still exists inside you. Cold exposure research shows that just 2 to 4 weeks of regular cold showers, not ice baths, just cold showers, begins to reactivate the same biological systems ancient humans relied on every day. Your brown fat wakes up. Your stress tolerance increases. Your focus sharpens. The people who survived the Ice Age didn't do it by avoiding the cold. They did it by becoming something the cold couldn't break. And that same biology is still inside you, waiting to be woken up.